Hello, and welcome back to Frugal Gamer. Today I wanted to discuss 5 more ways that you can increase your income. Excuse me. The first way that I wanted to talk about is writing a book. Now, if you have any sort of expertise, or if there is something that or if there's even a idea in your head that you thought of just randomly and you're all like, hey, that should be this, try writing it into a book. Not everybody has the skill to write, but it is a good way to try and figure out, or not figure out, but it is a good way to try and increase your cash flow. For example, writing a book could be something along the lines of, I had an idea when I was a lot younger to make a sort of fantasy book, and I'm not going to say what it was about, just because I do want to finish writing that, but it was this idea that I had that I actually wrote down, and I got through about 5 chapters and then I stopped. If you are one of these people, you might have a better chance at writing a book and actually publishing it if you focus on something a little bit smaller. For example, what I'm doing right now is I am going to publish a book on money saving, but my laptop is out of commission right now, so I can't really get to those files as of right now. But this book that I'm going to be publishing soon only has about 20 pages or so. But despite the fact that it's only 20 pages, there's actually a lot of really useful information in there if you are looking to save money, or if you frequently have problems to keep all of your bills paid. And if you're somebody that's a little bit smarter with your money, when you can't pay a whole bill, you're going to go ahead and just cut off cable and or internet before you do anything else. But this book is basically to help people that are struggling with money and how they can lower some of the bills that they have, like water bills or electric bills, or whatever the case may be. Make it into an ebook. You can do a couple things with writing a book, but yeah, so that's the first way. And then the second way that I wanted to talk about was making something that is requiring multimedia. For example, what I mean by that is starting a YouTube channel is a very good example, like what I'm doing right now with you guys. I'm starting a YouTube channel based around something similar that my book is based around. Saving money and, trying to get on the right path to success and whatnot. How this requires multimedia is that I am doing a video with audio, and on top of that, I am putting images into the thumbnails, and I'm putting images into the actual video itself. You don't necessarily have to do YouTube. Some people prefer to do something along the lines of digital art, or another thing that I do is web development. I create websites, and what I do is I will put a lot of images into there, and that is basically a form of media. In some websites, you will find that they have videos. So that is where it goes into the multimedia category. But basically, it's just one of those things where you really have to figure out which one is best for you. Like, even, I hate to throw this out there, but even porn is one of those things, because you are having audio, you're having video, and on top of that, you're likely having some images in there as well. Just so, people that don't or people that prefer just images and, prefer to be old school and whatnot, they can go with that. But, yeah, so there's quite a few different things that you can make, use, or requires multimedia. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to number 3, which is become a freelancer. Becoming a freelancer basically means that you will be using your skills, whatever skills you have, and you will be using them towards doing something. Doing a very specific job, which people will look for you, hire you, and they will want to hire you on to do a very specific project. Or sometimes you can even be hired by an actual company, and they can offer you a better job than what you already have, depending on what your job is, of course. But as a web developer, I actually started as a freelancer. I was having difficulty marketing myself as a freelancer just because I didn't want to market too much into the stuff that I wanted to do in the future, just because I didn't want to I didn't want to be one of those people that end up getting a job in the industry that they want and end up just sticking to that job and not wanting to do anything more. Because I'm somebody who always likes a challenge, but if given the chance, as humans, of course, we're always going to take the easier route. So it's one of those things where it really just depends on you. If you want to become a freelancer and the kind of skills that you have, just remember that marketing is very important. It is the whole reason. It's the tiebreaker between if you're going to be successful or not. You can have the work ethic. Like, for example, I have the work ethic, but I do not have the social skills. So how I market it is the tiebreaker. For example, I've tried to do videos, and I'm still not good at videos, as you can tell. But so just remember that if you are going to be a freelancer, you want to make sure that you are doing something that is going to work out marketing-wise, just for you to actually be able to make this a good income source and actually increase your cash flow, because you can market to the wrong people and you will end up losing more, not only time, but money as well, depending on what you're doing as a freelancer. But I want to move on to number 4, which is going to be create a subscription service, I should probably say. But some people will do, for example, YouTube has a sort of subscription thing going on with YouTube Red. And so what you do is you pay for the subscription so that you can get exclusive content from various different YouTubers across the platform. Or another way is you may have seen subscription boxes that I have unpacked and shown you every item and, rated it, or, I said my opinion on it, or whatever the case may be. That is also a subscription service that you could get into. For example, you could make a subscription boxes for people crafting a very specific thing. All you got to do is lay out the instructions, buy all the products, and then sell it out to everybody. And little do they know, you've actually only just paid $5 for something that they're paying like $15 for, plus shipping. So it's one of those things where subscription services, it really just depends on how you want to go about it. Subscription services can be very broad if you want to go that route. And then number 5 is going to be create a course online. Now, When you create a course online, you are making lesson plans, basically, and you're basically putting yourself out there as a teacher, so you're trying to teach people how to do something. For example, if I were to get into, I want to make a course about HTML, which is the base language for building websites, I could say, this is how you structure it, and then this is some of the tags, and then these are some of the blah blah blah, and then I would be able to go on and on and on as the lessons continue, and these people will pay you to learn about these things. So these were the 5 ways that you can increase your cash flow. Go ahead and comment down below how you felt about these 5 ways. If you have any more ways that you could suggest that I make a video on, go ahead and leave it in the comments as well. Like this video if you liked it, and if you're going to try any of these ways, and go ahead and subscribe if you like my content. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.